Oh, hey there. What's happening? It's me again, Schwantz27, and we're back with another 1v1 multi-category tournament matchup. I'm also joined in the commentary booth tonight by E-Ninja. What's going on, E-Ninja? How are we doing?
Oh, not bad. Just back for comms again.
Back for the second time. We are doing the multi-category tournament. We just witnessed a wonderful matchup, and I think we got, dare I say it, another great one here. Another one, as DJ Khaled would say. Let's check out the bracket here. So essentially, this is a double elimination bracket. You're looking at the upper bracket here, and Judge Joe just advanced there in the upper right-hand corner to go up against yours truly in the next round, which is sort of a rematch of what we did in our pods for our seeding, where Joe smoked me 2-0, so I am looking forward to that, as if you can't tell the sarcasm in my voice. However, this matchup here, we will focus on the left-hand side of the bracket, is the 8-9 matchup. It'll be Narves versus One Free Fits. And E-Ninja, we've got an Ultros League flag set for us tonight. So what's going on with Ultros League flag set? Can you tell me a little bit about that for us here?
Well, I mean, sorry, I'm a little tired, but I'm trying to concentrate. I mean, it's basically standard 6'9", 912. Scaling is based off characters, espers, and the dragons also do count towards scaling. No lunas and shops. I'm trying to go through all the flags in my head. I know a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the basic gist of it. This is more of your standard type of flag set where we are going to see our runners try and get to the normal 6 characters and 9 espers as fast as possible here. This also is the third match of the series, so this is a winner-take-all matchup as well. So whoever wins this will be advancing on in the upper bracket, and whoever is not will have to join some of our other runners already in the lower bracket. So this should make for a really intense and exciting race here.
Yeah,
Let me just give the runners the gate drop, and we'll see what they get up to. Alright, I just gave them the good luck, have fun, so we should be seeing them momentarily here. So this is match... This is actually the third match in the series, but it's matchup number 2, that's kind of confusing here. Let me just, to unconfuse. Alright, here we go. Let's get started. And we got Gogo again. Oh, the Gogo Umaro duo here with a little Setzer action.
I like it just because there's Umaro.
Yeah, so we could scout what the Umaro reward is here at World of Balance Narsh, which is where it looks like both of our runners are going to go here. We do have access to a couple of free checks, E-Ninja, with Gogo's Zone Eater and Setzer's Colingen Inn. What would you be looking for here with a Gogo and Setzer start?
Really depends. I mean, so far I have not seen anything. I mean, Aegis Shield's fine. Moogle Suit, depending on who can use it.
Yeah.
Nothing in the armor shop I see.
Yeah, so I'd be on the lookout for things like Warp Stones, so we can get in and out of Gogo's check relatively fast. We do have, I think, Steel was the command for Setzer, right?
Yeah.
So not exactly a great one there, but I would buy a bunch of like random small items, as we do see Gao peeking out of the hidey hole, so that's what we know our Umaro reward is going to be, Gao.
Yeah, and buying the small miscellaneous items for possibly an arena kit.
Yeah, so if I start with Yeti,
Oh yeah.
The greatest asset of Yeti is he will smash, which is
Pretty
great
much.
for a Coliseum build. So I might buy a little bit of random onesie twosie things here. You know,
Yep.
if I have some random consumables, so I can bet for something in the Coliseum. However, I think we still need to get off of level 3 first of all, and we're gonna do a little bit more looting there. So Narves does have the information about the Yeti, right? Because he's the second one out of Narsh here. So that's essentially the time difference you got. So knowing you have Gao up at the Yeti spot, E-Ninja, how quickly are you going up to go get Gao from this party, or for your party here?
Oh, not super fast because it just depends on what's there at the Tritalk spot. That's the thing.
Yeah, so there's a couple of rename cards that Fitz is buying. I hope he's doing it for stream memes, but I bet he's doing it to to hit up the Coliseum. But memery is always appreciated, though.
I think Fitz is has a idea.
Do I have the wrong audio on? I do. Hold on a second. There we go. My bad, everybody.
And Fitz is still going now South Figaro. I mean, I like this idea. Just going around looting like this right away. Earrings for sale.
Yeah, there we go. Well, now we're selling a bunch of stuff to go buy a bunch of stuff. Yeah, without any sense of direction really right now, we don't have anything our party can really do outside of Yeti Smash, right? We haven't found any rods. We're not going to find super balls in shops, right? So we're going to have to find them out in the wild. There's not really much that we have for offense other than our Umaro here, so.
I mean, what else do you need?
Well, we're going to need a little bit more than just Umaro to make it through most of the game. The very early part of the game with the Coliseum, maybe not, but we are going to need to go burr with some of our characters eventually.
Oh, I'm just saying though. You know me. I love the Yeti.
So the funny thing is that you kind of raise a point of sometimes I know runners like to go and do a bunch of looting if they've got absolutely nothing, like to start out with, as we see here. Sometimes, though, the seed will just give you stuff if you go get it, right? Like, maybe, who knows, maybe there's a fixed dice sitting at Colingen, and maybe there's an offering in a pot somewhere. Or maybe the classroom monster in a box has the offering, right? So sometimes you just have to do checks in order to get good stuff. It seems kind of counterintuitive, because really we don't have much that we can do right now at the moment.
Yeah. And I'm wondering what Fitz is going to do right now.
Yeah, this looks like a World of Ruin trip, maybe to South Figaro, although it looks like we're going to be, again, I think...
Oh, checking the item shop
here. There we go. So there's your dried meat, there's your warp stones. So now that we have warp stones, it looks like Fitz might be taking his party down to 1 to go do the go-go check here. Or not. He just walked right past the... right past the airship guy.
Yep, World of Ruin.
But knowing what we... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, he's probably checking South Figaro shops.
Yeah, knowing
he's going to loot South Figaro as well.
Yeah. Knowing what we know, that Gao is behind Umaro, finding that dried meat in the shop early is pretty huge, as we kind of saw that have a hand in the result of the last race that we saw, where one runner took way longer to find the dried meat than the other.
Yeah. Oh, Rage Ring for sale. I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I love the Rage Ring.
Oh, Fitz has got the Rage Ring.
Yeah, I love the Rage Ring. Not only does it make Umaro have an additional ability with that, that heat, but it also gives fire absorption and lightning
Yep.
resistance to anybody who wears it. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think Gogo or Setzer could use it based on what we saw in the relic shop as, hey, there's 13 Gs, thank you very much. But at least having it in the meantime for Umaro will definitely help out. Especially, as you mentioned before, going to the Coliseum. Now he's got even more elemental resistances built into to that build.
Yeah. Was it? It increases his vigor?
Yeah, it's only a plus
stamina.
It's only a +5 increase to the vigor stat, which is not much. The elemental resistance is way more important in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the fire.
Yeah.
The fire absorb and the lightning resist. Yeah, I get you on that.
All right, so we'll see what Fitz does here, as he's still in the World of Ruin. So you can do the Setzer check in either the World of Balance or the World of Ruin, and it looks like before he gets scaling up, we're going to the Coliseum here.
Oh, let's see what we have here. Let it be good.
Couple of rods. Fire rods for Phoenix down. Load up on a couple of these and have Gogo mimic it, and we're set.
Oh boy.
Not exactly what we were looking for, though. We were kind of looking for an endgame item in here.
Atma, either one of the big sticks besides Atma.
Yeah. So a bit unfortunate. So when you come into a Coliseum like this and you basically don't see much, do you like roll the dice and try and see what one of the question mark ones will give you maybe?
I have done it a few times. And it looks like he's going to get at least 3 of them, it looks like.
Yeah, the problem...
Why? Oh, Fitz. You made a mistake.
Yeah, I think he accidentally brought the wrong character in here.
Yeah, he's supposed to send Mr. Unga Bunga in here. Mr. Unga Bunga is replaced by a guy who's blind or wearing sunglasses.
Oh! Did you see what I see? Ding, ding, ding. Valiant Knife for that Mithril Shield. So, one of the interesting things that Narves did that I noticed he did that One Free Fitz did not is that he unequipped his other 2 characters, and I bet that Mithril Shield was just the default shield on Gogo, and that allows Narves to get the Valiant Knife right away, right off the bat. So that's that endgame item we were looking for in here.
That's not good.
So that's a big advantage so far here for Narves. The problem with rods, when you have Umaro in your party, is that Umaro will act whenever his ATB fills up. So you have to be careful when you use the Mimic from Gogo. Because Gogo might accidentally mimic the Umaro fight command instead of the rod break, right?
Oh, I know. He's definitely, there's...
Oh, alright, so nobody can use the Valiant Knife for Narves, but that at least gives him a direction. Now his next goal, or his immediate goal, should be, let me find a character who can use that Valiant Knife.
And he's going to check Cogent, and it is just a Esper. Chiba.
Yep, we need 9 of those, so you might as well get one here. Yeah, Fitz in a bit of a bind here with that blind status. So in Worlds Collide, we did fix the evade bug, and there's a Ragnarok for sale in the shop.
59,400.
False Ping just throwing in a subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much, False Ping. As we were talking about earlier, we do have an event coming up starting tomorrow called the Ultimate Derby. And the Ultimate Derby is a charity marathon that's kind of like a relay race. So we put all of our Prime subscriptions and donations towards that. So thank you so much for helping out with that. And I believe, eNinja, that Narves accidentally flew into the Stataluma. in the sky.
Which really ain't that bad.
No.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about with the Mimic and the rods with Umaro in the party. He sort of gets in the way there. Alright, so we have 2 weapons now between Narves with the Valiant Knife and one free Fitz seeing the Ragnaroks for sale. But none of our party members can use them yet, so yeah, we definitely have to go find another party member here.
Did he buy the rag?
I don't think he did, because nobody on the team can use them yet.
He probably actually could have bought it, though, by selling those rods he actually got from the arena, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could definitely sell them, but what's the point if you can't have anybody on your team
if
use
you can't
it,
equip
right?
it, yeah. But if someone had, he probably could have.
Yeah, at that point it would be just burning a hole in your pocket. And unfortunately, Narv's having to take the reset out of the Dataluma fight. That's not something you see very often.
Someone dipped out of Dataluma?
Yeah, so when you're at level 3 and the boss is at level 12, even a Dataluma is going to be hard to kill. Because you're basically a one-shot from anything. And, his other 2 party members weren't equipped either. That certainly doesn't help.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, Fitz taking off the Moogle Charm here right outside of Kolingen. I believe that Esper had Ice 3 on it. Yeah, Ice 3. So at least we know, E-Ninja, we've got a really nice casting spell we could use for, again, once we get other characters. So that's kind of the theme of the seed here. So now, knowing what we know now, are you still going to fade getting Gao, or do we still want to maybe go for it?
Not sure.
Because Gao's got a decent magic stat and can definitely use the Ice 3.
Fitz is going to do Opera House Dragon.
Yeah, I think he's going to do the Rod Mimic strat here.
I mean, why not? The only thing you hope is it's not Fire Dragon.
All right,
it's Ice Dragon.
This is perfect for the fire rods that we found.
Yep.
Until that happens. Oh man.
He freezes the 2 people.
Oh no.
I can use the rod. Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, come on, Yeti, carry us home. Country roads.
I mean, Yeti probably will do it too. That's the bad part.
Meanwhile, Narv's almost disaster here with that Tap Dancer doing the confused move to Setzer. Because I believe his Setzer has a Tempest, which has a chance of proccing Wind Slash. So his party could have very well been wiped from that fight right there. But thankfully he gets out of it.
Yeti's going to get through this. I have faith in Umaro.
Yeah, thankfully Fitz did take a grind fight, so he's not on level 3 for this. But the double freeze is not exactly what you wanted to see right off the bat. And oh no, Setzer survived. No. Alright, it looks like we got some Night Stalkers here in the Monster in a Box in the classroom. One of the only enemies that actually give XP in the Monster in a Box. This is usually a pretty easy fight here.
And Fitz is kind of picking back up people,
No. Alright, so Fitz has a choice to make here. Do we just, I think we just try and cut our losses here and kill this thing as fast as possible.
Go. You're probably not going to be viable later anyway.
Yeah. Well, as you saw, right, we have Ragnaroks for sale, and Gogo can't use the Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point of having Gogo sticking around for?
Right? I mean, you have Umaro with a Rage Ring. I mean, at least he throws people at enemies and does massive damage. I mean, Gogo. I know Umaro drops off late.
Yeah, early on, very good source of damage, and we don't have to manage him at the moment. 58,000. Wow.
That's expensive.
Yeah, no thanks.
Nah, no thanks. I go back to World Bounce and see how much it is there.
What did we get as a dragon reward? I think it was a shield, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is a force shield.
Ugh. Okay.
It was just a force shield.
All right. Well, Fitz did not pick up Go-Go and just said, "Hey, fight me, Dad." Or did he run it? No, he definitely picked this. I don't know why you wouldn't heal before you did this, but we're playing fast and loose.
I have faith in Fitz. Yeah, he's gonna just start using rods and then cracking them.
This is why Yeti is.
Oh no!
You have to babysit your Yeti, right? He's got to wait. You have to. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you basically, if you have Yeti in the party with Go-Go and another character, you essentially have to wait for Yeti to go, and then queue up your attack with that other character.
Oh, I know. It's sort of like how you have to deal with Umaro in the belt.
Yep.
For the belt check. Oh yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, Narves is heading straight up to go get that Gao, and at the Tritok spot was number 128, and it goes down pretty easily there. Crusader is the reward for one free Fitz, and it looks like he is going to do the Go-Go stuff.
And he's going to drop down to one party member, apparently.
Just a Minerva for the Tritok spot, but we have to beat the Tritok spot in order to go get the Yeti spot with Gao, so...
I do like Fitz's choice of Go-Go. I'm not a big fan of Go-Go, but that spot has burned me in the past.
Yeah, if you've got the Warp Stones... and you're ahead of scaling, it's a pretty good time to go do it. There's also treasure down here, and remember, what is our long-term strategy with our party right now? It's pretty much crickets, right? We can't use Ragnaroks, we can't use Valiant Knights. We have Ice 3, but nothing else. And Narves is making use of that steal by Setzer, grabbing another Minerva off of the pugs here. So you could steal a Minerva from each of these pugs, and then there is a 1/8 chance for each of them to drop a Minerva. So yeah, steal a couple pieces of armor, and then bounce. I like that strategy there. Great vanilla game knowledge by Narves there. All right. Meanwhile, what is at the end of our Zone Eater here? Another shiny stone. Alright. So, unless we have a character in Daryl's tomb, it looks like Gao is our way through the seed here, huh?
Yep. Or Kefket Norsh.
Yeah, I blocked that out of my mind. So thank you for reminding me.
I mean, there's still Kefket Norsh. It could be a character as well.
Alright, sets her down over on Narves' side. Unfortunately, I think he only has a Pearl Rod, and you don't necessarily want to use a Pearl Rod on this part of SR Behemoth, because SR Behemoth will counter with some nasty stuff if he gets hit with Pearl. That's a Flare and a Strength +1 there. So, just in terms of progression here, E-Ninja, Fitz is ahead. However, he is going to be second to getting this Gao.
He's got a few more checks in, though, because he's got, what? He's got the Go-Go check over...
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Well, Gogo is dead at least, and Yeti hit himself to knock himself out. So we're still on the up against the back wall here for this fight.
Yeah.
Fitz is just going right at the dragon here. No messing around. Oof. Red Dragon says sit down.
Yeah, well, that's how it works.
Well,
It's Unga Bunga time.
yeah, I was going to say the good thing about that part of the fight is that you know that Yeti probably isn't going to die because he has that rage ring on, right? And can absorb fire spells.
He just reset.
Oh, yeah. But the problem is that was going to take forever. And it's much shorter to reset than to just stick that one out. Alright, finally on the back half of SR Behemoth here for Narves. Don't use ice on SR Behemoth. That would not be an ideal situation there.
Fitz does actually have ice, right?
Yeah, so the Ice 3 Esper was from Shiva. That was at Coliseum.
Yeah, so...
Alright, we are going to get Gao here. You do have to talk to the reward at the Umaro spot in order to get them into your party.
Oh, yeah. I've screwed up a few times and not talked to them and just worked right out.
Ooh. That is not a Gao you want to see. X-Magic GP Rain Gao. Gao is my favorite character in the randomizer, but woof, that is a bad Gao.
X-Magic? Yeah.
X-Magic GP Rain Gao. Yick.
Here comes Atomic Ray. There goes Umaro just doing, his Yeti things.
Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose out. And just the snow muffler there from the Red Dragon. That's Dragon number 2 for Fitz.
I mean, nothing wrong with second snow muffler.
No. One of the best pieces of armor in the game, for sure. Absorbs ice, halves damage from fire, very high physical defense.
Yep.
GG for Schwantz's nose, yeah. When I blow my nose, like brain matter comes out. I don't mess around. Yeah, can't use ice in this fight either.
Nope.
And this Velt fight is disgusting for Narves. Yes, please get out of there. Alright, so Fitz is trying to make effective usage right here of the rods plus the Mimic. And Narves, knowing that you can't get the reward from that side formation, you can only get the reward for the Velt in a straight-up attack. It can't be a back attack, a side attack, a pincer attack. Oh no!
Hey guys, Senior Behemoth.
Oh man, this is a rough Velt for sure.
That's a thick behemoth.
You hate to see it.
I don't. I mean, they do. I don't. I like it.
Yeah, if we're viewers of the seed, yes, it's fine.
Yes. Viewers of the seed, we're fine.
So we were talking about GP Rain the other day, And you see that an Ice 3 from Setzer is doing only slightly more damage than GP Rain is right now from Gao. So that kind of shows you how good GP Rain is early on in the seeds.
Oh yes. Anytime I see that on a character, I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's not great. You don't want to be doing it in a Kefka fight.
No, but early off, if maybe like an early grind, keep your GP pool a little bit full and, kind of lean on it a little bit. I mean, early game.
Alright, so we do get an Esper there at the Velt. That was Tritalk, so that's Esper number 2 there for Narves. And it looks like we're going through the Serpent Trench. This is usually the nice 1-2 combo with Gao here. You know it's bad when you're having to resort to doing Ramu summons to get through fights. Yeah, we still don't really know, E-Ninja, what our offense is going to be this seed other than Ice 3. And Ragnarok's to be purchased later.
I mean, you see it right there. I mean, it's the man, the myth, the legend.
Umaro is hard carry right now, but if we have to have Umaro hard carry the whole seed, we're going to be here a while.
I mean, it's Umaro. I think Glue would agree.
Yes, Glue and E-Ninja, members of the Save the Umaro Foundation. Oh!
I mean, why not?
Look at this fight here. 3 of these things on the screen are undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, GP Rain tends to be not so good when there are a lot of targets on the screen.
Is this... Are those the ones... Those are the ones that do Blowfish, don't they?
Yes.
If they get to a certain phase, yeah.
Yeah, they can be very, very dangerous.
They cycle to a certain area and then they, they'll do Blowfish. That's what I thought.
They are undead, though, so you could very easily just throw a Revivify on them and be gone with them. Be gone with ye. Oh, we were talking about this guy last seed.
Oh, this one, yeah. This is the one that has a whole bunch of HP.
Yeah, I might have been tempted just to stick it out a little bit, because that would have been a great XP fight.
Because that's one from Magic Facility, isn't it?
Kefka's Tower.
Kefka's Tower. Oh.
Yeah.
IO's from Magic Facility, isn't it?
Alright, so 14 grand for that Tizen Thief. It is not an Esper, it's an item. So...
do you take it anyway?
Yeah. Almost anything that you buy from the Tizen Thief, even if you don't want it, you could sell it back for...
It's a high tier.
Yeah. So that Thunder Shield, you could sell back for more than 14 grand. So...
Oh, yeah. But I would keep it anyway.
Just as a reminder, this is the 1v1 multi-category tournament here, and this is the Ultros League race for this best-of-3 matchup, and each participant in this best-of-3 has won 1 game so far. So this is a really interesting one for everybody here. Narves is our first runner out of the Serpent Trench here. And it looks like Fitz is going to play some Velt with Umaro here. Okay, that's Odin at the end of the Serpent Trench. So what does that mean? That means that our next character, our 5th character, is either in Daryl's Tomb or at Kefka at Norsh. So, where do you think? What do you think it is?
Kefka at Norsh.
And who is it?
We'll say Celeste. Celeste at Kefka at Norsh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lock Kefka at Norsh. Actually, no, I'll go contrarian to you. We'll go lock in Daryl's Tomb. I don't want to be that mean to our runners.
Well, they know where they need to go. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, so if this was you, would you do Kefka at Norsh first, or would you do Daryl's Tomb first?
I do actual Daryl's Tomb.
Yeah, I wonder if it's faster to just run up to Kefka at Norsh and peek, and then reset here.
Just do a quick save outside of Norsh, and then run up and...
Yeah.
Probably about considerable about the same time.
Yeah.
I bet.
It's about, 35 seconds to get up there. It's a little bit longer to do all this walking through the tomb. But
doing all the switches and stuff, yeah.
Viking says the next character is Cyan. So Cyan would open up some decent checks for us, at least.
I mean, Mount Zozo means you have Warpstone. Doma Dream. Doma Defense, all that stuff.
Yeah, especially that's going to be your 5th character, right? Like
that's like 6 checks right there, and yeah, he'd be probably the best character. Second best would be probably Celeste. She has 5 checks.
Yeah, it just depends on. Really, the character that I want next is a Ragnarok user. I don't care who it is. Can somebody use a Ragnarok? If the answer is yes, you're coming into my party. Shadow.
Shadow sleeps here.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, that's 4 checks there. That's five checks.
Yeah, but 3 of them are the floating continent. And do you want to be doing the floating continent at this point in the seed?
I mean, I've done it this time.
I just threw up in my mouth saying it, actually.
I've done it this early. I mean,
it's gross.
I've been known to be doing stuff bold like this. So why not?
All right, fits into the Serpent Trench here, into the drink, as they say across the pond. And we're going to get our ninja here for Narves. So the question is, from one ninja to another, can you wear the Ragnarok?
Maybe. I don't know. he don't have one right now, does he?
All right. A Sword Tech Shadow's not terrible. And okay, so Valiant Knife Shadow. There it is.
I mean, Valiant Knife Shadow. Okay. We're okay. We're doing fine.
So now we still need a character that can use the Ragnarok to replace, one of Setzer or Gogo.
Can't believe he got rid of the Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, if Umaro is not going to be in your final party, then you might as well get rid of them and put some stats and some levels onto the characters that you are going to use.
Oh no, I'm just still mad. No Yeti.
Listen, clearly not. Narves is not part of the Save the Umaro Foundation. So
Hell,
you'll have to give him a pitch when he gets out here, and that is character number 6 already for Narves there at Gao's dad's house.
I have faith in Fitz. He will keep the edge.
And that is a Strago for Narves. So now we all of a sudden have even more really bad checks open to us besides Floating Continent.
Ooh. And Fitz actually took the scallion fight.
Yeah, it's got some good XP. If you can survive it, which he did barely, because Scullion used that launcher ability. If you can survive it, those Kefka Tower bosses give some of the highest XP per levels in the entire game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, so now that Narves has a Valiant Knife, I think his strategy here is, let's go to the checks that give me Monster in a Boxes. And this is one of them. And there we go.
Ah, Katana Soul.
Unfortunately, we do not have a Muddle. I don't think we found Stray yet, right? So we're going to have to just blast down Katana Soul here. And much like last seed, we're seeing some X-Magic Mimic here again.
Boy, Umaru's just throwing people at stuff.
That's why they call him the Yeety.
I mean, why not?
Alright, Narves is going to get their 5th Esper here at the docks in Serpent Trench. Now they have a decision to make. Do they go to Kefka and Arsh, or do they go to Daryl's tomb? Alright, Narves throwing money at the problem. Katana Soul says, here's your money right back.
Yep. He has a tendency of doing that.
What's funny is that we threw out 12,000, but only received like 900.
Yep.
But he gets through that fight. So that's an offering Valiant Knife there for Shadow. That is huge for Narves' party there. Narves did not take that dragon. I was like, wait, did Narves kill the dragon in Narsh? The answer is no. And it looks like Fitz is doing the peeking, like I said you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna buy some more earrings first. I know that we had seen them, because Fitz bought a bunch of them. I guess he needs even more in his coffers.
They were in South Figaro.
Oh, Merchant Sprite on the ground here. That means that this is a dead check. It's one of the only checks where you could tell the difference between an Esper and a dead check.
So...
But Narves didn't reset, because remember, he got that offering, so we want to keep that.
Yeah. So Kefka at Norsh is the slightly of a plan. No?
Yeah, so not a character here for Kefka at Narsh. So instead of resetting out, Fitz decides, I'm going to take this anyway.
So they're looking at Floating Continent.
Yeah, so for Narves, on the other hand, right, we have, what do we have left? We have Floating Continent, we have Strago checks. And that's it.
Yeah. I don't know which one I do right now at this point.
Well, Floating Continent offers 2 guaranteed pieces of progression. It's character
Yes.
Esper on the front end and on the back end. Whereas in Stray Ghost checks, only Fanatic's Tower offers guaranteed progression. Right? So,
Yeah. So you're better off with Shadow's check, Floating Continent.
Alright, that was an Esper there for Narves, and looks like he's gonna head outside of Ebbett's Rock first.
And let's see what Fitz got. He got something.
Another shiny stone.
No shiny stone. I mean, thinking what the shiny stone is.
So Fitz with the level advantage here, and has got a couple more dragons under his belt. However, we know that his next character is at Daryl's Tomb, and he knows that as well by process of elimination. So with Worlds Collide, there's always a logical path through a seed where you can complete it and get all of the characters and all of the Espers. Believe that Esper had X-Zone on it, right?
Yep.
So that's instant death for us for Final Kefka there.
Yep. I mean, if it hits.
Yes.
Because we know how you know how the hit percentage is.
Yeah, it is the least accurate of all of the instant death spells. Not all instant death spells are created equal, folks.
No, apparently Science is almost perfect.
Yeah, Cyan's is real good.
Sword Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sword Tech, yeah. Yeah, Sword Tech 8 is apparently it's perfect.
I've only ever seen it miss on your own team. Like if you queue up Sword Tech 8 and someone muddles you,
Yeah.
right? I've only ever seen it miss somebody on your own team. I've never seen it miss an enemy.
Oh. Interesting. But yeah. I've never, like I said, I've never seen it miss.
All right, so Narv's getting through this tri-talk here with some GP Rain throwing money at the problem and the offering Valiant Knife on the Shadow. Let's see what we get here. All right, we can definitely use an Esper, but we are running out of places here where we can go find another character.
Floating Continent.
Ooh, Life 3 and Berserk. How you doing?
I'm telling you. Floating Continent.
All right, it looks like we're going to get a peek at the bottom of Fnatic's Tower first. Yeah, this is a real interesting Ultras League seed here, E-Ninja, because our offense is pretty terrible, even at the 40-minute mark.
That is not a character.
No, but Narves is doing it anyway. This is interesting to me.
I mean, he's going to do Dragon and...
So there are 3 checks here, and Narves is currently at 9 checks, so he's very far away from Skip.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's just going to do... he's just going to do a double check here.
Alright, that's a Sword Tech Shadow there for Fitz.
Oh, he actually skipped the Dragon.
Some runners like to take it on the way down, because most
I
dragons...
prefer to take it on the way up.
Yeah, most dragons have, like, a specific weakness, and if you've got it, then you're okay. But with this boss up here, we have no idea what it's going to be, right? So, imagine you go and take the dragon.
Yeah.
You kill it, and then you come up to the top here and fight the boss, and you can't kill the boss. Alright, so Shadow can use the Ragnarok as well. We're seeing that here from Fitz, so it looks like we're going to get Shadow into the team for 1 free Fitz as well. And Gao can use the Ragnarok, but who cares, because Gao doesn't have a fight command. Big decision here for Fitz. Who do we take out of the party? And oh my goodness. Look at who's at the top of Fnatic's Tower.
Oh, no. He's doing it.
Bio is actually a pretty good spell against Umaro. I was going to say, how is he going to kill this with Ice 3? But he's not. He's going to use Bio instead.
Fitz. Shame on you. Shame on you, Fitz.
Fitz also making the right decision here, taking the Yeti out of the party.
Ugh.
Although I gotta say, he is way more useful than Setzer has been for most of the seed, so... I think we just need to get more characters who can use Ragnaroks.
That's what I'm saying. He's been way more useful than Setzer.
Part of the problem is, though, right, we have Gogo in the party, too. And if you have both Umaro and Gogo in your party, that's 2 characters out of your 4 that can't use Espers, right? And having Espers for Final Kefka is extremely important to deal with a lot of different annoyances.
I would drop the Go-Go. That's just me.
Alright, Fitz is going to be disappointed here at the dead check. Narves is going to be picking up their Esper at the bottom. We'll see if they decide to grab this dragon here. And I think they're just walking right past it.
Yep.
Fitz is not reset out of this yet. So maybe he does want this free dead check here. So in case you don't know, the Velt Cave, which is where Fitz is, if there is a NPC sprite on the ground, it's a dead check. If there is an Esper sprite on the ground, then it's an Esper.
Just don't hand. It's fine.
Yeah, we are throwing money at our problem here. GP Rain is our best set of offense here, outside of the Ragnarok or the Valiant Knife offering. Little Life 3 action on that Phantom, so we at least have some calmness protection for Narves there.
Yeah.
Look at that GP Rain putting in work. GP Rain also ignores defense too, so it's good to use against Magimaster if you really need to.
Yeah, I've had to a few times.
Alright, what's our reward here? Just a behemoth suit, ick. Throw it back. Alright, Thunder Shield there for Narves. Alright, so where are we going, Fitz? Are we going to Floating Continent or are we going to Gal Manor first? Looks like he's going to Gal Manor, so he'll grab his Strago, and then he has the choice between Strago checks and Floating Continent. So we'll see which one he chooses.
Hoping Floating Continent.
Yeah, Floating Continent is looking like it's the way to go here. Going to check to see if Strago can use the Ragnarok, and the answer is no. Alright, are we getting simultaneous 50-minute and 30-second floating continents? Let's go, E-Ninja. I love it. Alright. Yes, do it. Do it, let's go. This is neck and neck, folks. We are basically back at the beginning of the seed here. This is wild.
They still don't take the Yeti. Damn it. Just name the plane.
Yeah, unfortunately, no Yetis here. We are hoping that on this floating continent, we will get some characters that can use that Ragnarok.
But Yeti.
Well, Yeti cannot use the Ragnarok, so therefore not part of the long-term plans here.
Well, I mean... That sounds like them problem.
Alright, so 3 forced encounters and then 2 bosses before we get our first reward here.
Yep.
So, one of the things I really like about Worlds Collide is that normally there's multiple ways through the seed. However, doesn't seem to be the case here in this particular seed, unless there is a character at rather, at one of Strago's other checks that we didn't see. Actually, no, we saw 2 of the 3 of them, right? We just haven't seen Burning House yet?
I think we saw Abbott's, didn't we?
Yes, and that was just an Esper. Oh, hi. French Vanilla Air Force here. He jumped the gun and decided to take his turn early. Alright, down goes our glass cannon over there for Narves.
And Fritz is right behind it.
Yeah, not much is separating our runners here.
Yeah, no.
So the advantage that Narves has over One Free Fits is that Valiant Knife offering build is going to be huge in terms of the long-term viability of the game. Looking for some instant death here. There was X-Zone on some Esper, right? We talked about it. There it is.
Yeah.
As with most human characters, Bio does a decent job against Leader, but X-Zone is better. And with access to that instant death, Fitz sneaks in past Narves, first to the floating continent here. And
barely.
It is an Esper for both of our runners here.
Yep.
So we could very well be in go mode by the end of this floating continent here, E-Ninja, if we get Esper, Esper, Esper.
That's true.
And I believe the Esper we just picked up teaches us Mute, which will be really good for the final fight as well. A little bit of faster menuing there allows Narves to get out ahead. So while our runners are running the floating continent, let's do a little promo here. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, that's Friday, April 18th, the Ultimate Derby will start. It is a relay race that's also a charity stream benefiting the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and the Ontario Veterinary College Pet Trust. So one team will be running for St. Jude's, the other team will be running for OVCPT. You can choose to donate to either team here, and the winning team will get 60% of the donations, and the second place team will get 40% of the donations. So, not really a loss. It's kind of like a win-win, right? So, day 1 starts Friday, April 18th. There will be 3 races. So, from 6 p.m. through about 10 p.m. Eastern. And then day 2, there's going to be about 5, I think, is what Arista said, races. So, that'll be 12 p.m. to about 6 p.m. That's on Saturday. So, get you ready before your Easter holiday. And it looks like we got a big, beefy robot here at spot number 2.
Yeah. Robot.
Robot Go Burr. Fitz gets hit with a launcher, which is never fun. Best thing we've got is a little lightning too here, so this fight's going to take a while between how thick Guardian usually is and our lack of firepower here.
Just slightly.
Fitz making use of Quick here. Oh, quick plus double flare? Okay, maybe this is not going to be fast at all. Does do a lot more damage than that Bolt 2 is doing on the other side from Narves, though.
Yeah, a lot more than that VK. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the VK offering is just so much faster, and yo, Guardian, chill. Alright. Fixed dice at the second spot for Setzer.
Yeah.
Not great, but doable. And we're on to Floating Continent Part 3 here. So, E-Ninja, if there is not a character here, that means we are a required burning house for our 7th character. So what do you think? Are we getting our 7th here, or are we going to have to go into the Casa del Fuego?
I'm actually not sure about that.
Take your guess. I'm hoping that our character's here for the sake of our runners.
You're hoping this is a character, what, to push him more?
Yeah, I don't want to have to make them go through Burning House to get their 7th character.
Well, they don't need 7 characters, they only need 6.
Yeah, but I don't think you can get to 9 Espers with just 6 characters. I don't think we have enough checks left. Actually, no, I think we do. Right? Because Ebbets Rock is an Esper, and Fanatic's Tower was an Esper. And Fitz hasn't done either one of those yet, and he's at 7, so...
Mm-hmm.
Very linear seed here.
I mean, Fitz has got a little bit more experience because he has the 2 dragons that he's done.
Yeah, so even though runners have done different
Narvis?
checks, Narves has 14 checks and Fitz has 16. And the difference, as you mentioned, was those 2 dragons there.
Yeah, the dragons make a bit of difference, though.
Yeah, this VK offering build is just huge here for Narves, though.
Does make a big difference. I could still put a big...
Alright, not what we want to see with an offering, though, this fight.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Because that's time sink. Disappear, reappear.
Yeah, so Fitz's party is actually going to be way better off for this fight with the single Ragnarok.
Yep. Yeah, he will wreck this. Ice 3, Ice 3.
Oh,
Ragnarok.
there's a big roll from Setzer.
I think they're about the same time.
Yeah, Narves is going to get out of this just slightly faster here.
Yeah, but Fitz is going to get out there just about the same time. Oh, yeah.
And there he is, our 7th character, Sabin. So the question is, again, can Sabin use the Ragnarok?
And where do you go?
Oh, I think you start doing some of the quick Sabin checks that you could peek, right? Because now you just need Espers.
Imperial Camp is probably the quickest. Well, besides Phantom Train.
Yeah, peak Phantom Train. Let's see, can Sabin use that Ragnarok? Yes, he can. So Sabin's coming in the party too. Question is, who's going out?
Not Umaro.
Tomorrow's already out.
Damn it.
All right, looks like Go-Go on the bench for Fitz there. Looks like both of our runners are going to go buy some more big, sharp sticks.
Well, like I said, I do love Umoro.
Or maybe not. Looks like Fitz is going to head for Barren Falls here, which is a very fast check. However, as we mentioned, this is not one of Saban's peakable checks. He's got 3 of them. Collapsing House, Imperial Camp, and Phantom Train. However, this is arguably Saban's fastest check, I think.
The whole save scumming Phantom Train, yeah. I've done that before.
Yeah. But if you have to do all of Phantom Train, it's definitely longer than Barren Falls.
No, but I usually just check to see what it is, and then if it's just an item, we set out of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, spicy.
Somebody order dinner.
That's a spicy chicken.
Here we go. And that is an imp holding up the collapsing house, so we could have an Esper here for Narves. Walking past all the chests and all the monster in the boxes, because he's basically set.
Did someone order a spicy chimkin? Yes.
My mouth is in fuego.
Ugh.
We do actually have bio, which is the weakness of Poltergeist, believe it or not. I know we say spicy chicken, but bio and not ice is actually the weakness for this boss. Esper Palador there for Narves. So he's now 1 shiny stone closer to unlocking Kefka there. Alright, this is a bit of a lengthy fight here. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna get a lot of XP for this fight, at least.
Oh, yes.
$22,000. Not bad. And I think we just had one of our characters learn Quick, which will be good for getting through Calmness later on in Tier 3. Let's see, what do we wash up on shore at the bottom with? Looks like it's not a character here, because our character stood up, and unfortunately it's an ice shield. Not a reward there. However, Fitz is now at 18 checks. So he's a lot closer to Skip than Narves is. Narves is only at 16 checks.
And he's going to do Imperial Camp.
Yeah, so here's another one you can peek, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, people. You have to do a fight, but or run away, whichever. Or like he's doing smoke bombs. That is a character.
That's Edgar. Don't need an Edgar. Or do we? I know Edgar can use a Ragnarok, but I think Fitz's party is set at this point.
Yeah.
Alright, so both of our runners here are going to peek what's on the Phantom Choo Choo. That's another Ragnarok user. So all of our Ragnarok users were behind Saban here, huh?
I mean, you
Fitz
have
is
to
thinking
take
about
one.
it.
You have to take one of these characters. Is what I'm thinking.
Well, remember, each of our runners
Oh,
knows where.
Mount Colts. Mount Colts.
Yeah, so each of our runners know where 9 different espers are between
Yeah.
the two of them, right? So we could be in go mode now. It just is, does Fitz want to do some Strago checks? And does Narves want to do Zone Eater, basically?
Looks like Fitz is doing Mount Colts.
Yeah, so Narves is going to be disappointed here. Or, given the fact that Narves is at 16 checks and he's now seen 2 more characters to get his 9 character skip, does he keep doing this check and then do Phantom Train? It looks like that's what he's going to do here.
Possibly. And we'll see what Fitz actually has here at Mount Colts.
Because Edgar does have a pretty fast check with the Figaro Throne, right? So if we could do that check and we spike ourselves our last Esper, then doing this 1 extra check is not a big deal.
No, not really.
Fitz taking the windy, circuitous, sinuous road to some grabby pasta.
And it's tentacles.
Oh, we have a Vanilla Blitz Saban too.
Oh, does that actually work on tentacles?
Yeah, so the bottom left tentacle, as you just saw, is susceptible to instant death. So you can use all sorts of instant death on that bottom left one.
Did not know.
Pasta is very, very good. I've been craving some vodka pasta recently. Maybe I'll have to go buy some for myself for lunch tomorrow, maybe. Oh, here's a nice fight for Narves. A couple of undead enemies that give a ton of XP.
Oh yeah, I know these units all too well.
Alright, that is Shote there at Mount Colt. So that's Esper number 8 for 1 free Fitz. He's just got to go to Collapsing House and he'll be in go mode.
Yeah.
Narves, meanwhile, grabbing our other Figa bro there. Oh! Shote with Ultima and Doom on it, so that's a pretty nice Esper there. Although, at a 1x rate, it's going to be very hard to learn now.
Yeah. You probably ain't going to learn that.
Alright, where is Fitz going? Going to buy some more Ragnaroks. Where is Narves going? Buying more Ragnaroks.
Probably.
We did get a ton of money this seed. There was a couple of chests I remember that had several thousand in it. Yeah, let's go. Grab that Ragnarok there. 1 for Saban, 1 for Shadow. And for Narves, it's just 1 for Saban, I believe. And for Fitz, it looks like we're going to Collapsing House, so this will be his go mode here. What is Narves going to do?
And then for Omaro, Sad Panda.
Yeah, I think keeping Umaro in the party earlier on was a good idea, but now that we have characters that can use Ragnaroks, there's no point in having Umaro hang out.
I mean, it's Umaro.
Exactly, it's Umaro.
Oh, damn.
Alright, so Narves
I feel like I'm being burned.
Listen, Yeti was a hard carry for about the first 20 levels of this seed.
He was. And I mean,
Now we have.
Gotta give him respect.
Well, listen. There are certain people in your life that come and go at certain times, and not everybody's there for the full ride. Speaking of full ride, it's more spicy chicken time for us here. And that is Palador for Fitz. He is in go mode at 20 checks, so I think we're going to see him pick up a couple of more checks here somewhere.
If he has warp stones, why not just do floating continent? I mean, Kefka's Tower.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll probably see. We'll probably see a Atma spot and
a dragon.
Yeah.
And warp out. Yep. So what I would do.
All right, here we go. Oop. So let's see if we get that split down the one side here. Yep, looks like we're overloading party number 2. So that is the strategy being employed by Fitz. Unfortunately, the bottom of Barren Falls, as Norvs is about to find out, is not his last Esper for go mode.
Nope.
Yeah, so Narves did not do Kefkat Narshan Zone Eater, which was what Fitz did. And then Fitz did not do the 2 Shrego checks, which is what Narves did. So that's where our Espers were between our runners. Besides that Collapsing House and Mount Cults. Alright, so is Narv's going to go check the throne here with Edgar? I'd have to assume at this point that's his fastest check he has available. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. And oh, no! Oh, no!
What's your levels at?
I think two of his characters were level 40. Yep. You hate to see it. Alright, well there's KT Skip for Narves with Realm on the throne. So even though Narves unlocked the Kefka Tower Skip, since he has not unlocked the final Kefka boss yet, he can't go and finish the game. He's going to have to find another way. Luckily, Esper Mountain is a very fast check. So yeah, at about an hour and 15 minutes, if I don't have requirements, I am very worried. Because most Ultra Sleek seeds are done in about an hour 20, hour 30. So if you're still looking for stuff at an hour 15, you know that it's been a long seed.
Oh, I know that.
Alright, so here comes a Ghost Sprite for Narves, and this is a French vanilla, kind of vanilla Ultros, right? This is Opera House Ultros in the Esper Mountain Ultros spot.
Yeah.
Alright. Meanwhile, Doomgay's gonna bully people.
Don't be a gal.
Alright, and that is go mode for Narves plus unlock. So even though it took Narves a bit longer to get his 9th Esper, he actually jumps ahead of One Free Fitz by the virtue of the fact that he could skip right into the statues now.
Yeah, Fitz still has to do the dragon fight. Yep.
Oh, Ragnarok from the Atma spot. So in case we didn't find them for sale.
In case we didn't find them for sale, you know, there's a whole bunch of them here.
They were just falling out of the seed. Falling out of the seed on all of the seeds.
You know what? You know what? They fell out of the floating continent in coal again. There you go.
That's the lore, and we're sticking to it.
I mean, what was it? It was World of Ruin, Kogan, that had him. So you know what? That's where they were. They just fell out of the sky.
Right, it's Skulldurgan is the last one here for Fitz.
This is fine.
Yeah, this fight's not gonna last too long.
No.
Alright,
Yes,
first
Saban
statue boss for Narves. Oh boy. It is a beefy one with Inferno. Thankfully, we have so many levels on our team from doing so many checks that I think we'll be alright. However, oh, down goes Saban hitting the deck. That to me looks like Saban had a gauntlet on him based on the amount of damage he did there.
Yeah.
And that is unlock KT Skip for 1 free Fitz. So he is going to be right behind Narves here. Woohoo! This is still so close.
It's so close.
Chat, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, make sure you give our runners a follow. Uh-oh. Out comes the Delta hit. Thankfully gets Strago. Couldn't have asked for a better target to hit there. So after 3 turns, if Inferno has all 3 of his parts left, he will stone one of your characters, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, a Delta attack. Hate
All right.
it.
1 free Fitz is just 1 boss behind here, so if he can stay out of the menu, he can make up some time. Ooh, but this fight is going to be rough here with Setzer and Gogo going up against Inferno. I think we have Bolt too, right? I wonder if Fitz decides to use his Thunder Shield here. No, it looks like he's going to try and get greedy and steal a shield. So you can actually steal elemental shields from every single part of this boss. I believe it's an ice shield from the middle and a flame shield from each of the arms.
Oh, he's going to use Bahamut.
Yeah, let's go.
He's going to use Bahamut. I mean, I do like Blarg.
Yeah, not a lot of damage, though, with that Bahamut.
And a double Bahamut.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't break that flame shield either.
Nope. But it does break the arms right there. Or at least breaks one of them.
Alright, we do have a Ghost Train on the other side here for Narves. I think this is the first boss in the middle, right? Yeah, Fitz really wants a shield here, but... I wonder if he resets this party and comes in with a different group to fight this fight. Now he's going to continue on.
Probably gonna...
This is definitely giving
Flare?
Narv some time here.
Yeah, quick flare.
Quick and flare should not be used in the same sentence here, E-Ninja.
Well, I mean, that's what it is.
No, I know. Oh, no! Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Look at this.
That's a bad party.
Wow. This is a destructive Kefka's Tower so far. Doomgaze at the Toilet Atlas spot, Inferno at the Doom statue, and then now we've got this Magi Master. I think we know Berserk.
Wait. Do we?
I saw the Esper, I saw the spell on one of the Espers we have. Oh, that is an Ultima from Inferno! Oh, geez, that is a reset there from Fitz. And I've never realized my voice could go that high.
I've never seen him do that.
I've never seen him do that either. Oh, and Fitz is back at dragon number 2. So he's got to kill this dragon again, get the skip again, and he's got to figure out how to kill that Inferno on that side. Meanwhile, Narves is going toe-to-toe with the Magimaster here.
Yeah. Yeah. Narves is going to have to figure out how to go against toe-to-toe against the Magimaster.
Yeah, so the Valiant Knife offering, putting in work there.
Yes, it did.
And that is not something that One Free Fits has access to. Remember, we got that Valiant Knife in the Coliseum.
It was for a Mithril Shield.
Yes, that is correct.
Which he unequipped everybody before he went into Coliseum. I remember. Oh.
Yeah, that is the best strategy to do, for
Remember,
sure.
remove everything from your party before you go into the Coliseum. The guy, you don't need no equipment. He's perfectly fine. Just smashes everything.
Oh man, the Three Stooges as the last of our statue bosses here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain.
Alright, so how is Fitz arranging the parties here? It looks like they have, unfortunately, Shadow. I think they have Shadow up the middle. Shadow does have Sword Tech, right?
Yes.
But otherwise, that's going to be trouble for Fitz as well. Alright, that's Narves done with the last boss there. So he's going to be the first of our runners to step up to the plate against Kefka. Alright, so we got Bolt 2 from Gao, and we've got Big Beefy Sword from Sabin. And there it is, Inferno down for One Free Fits. Getting through that fight. Had to take the bodyguard Umaro with him in that fight there, too.
I mean, you gotta have the man.
You gotta bring along your enforcer. Alright, final Kefka time here for Narves. Stepping up to the plate, it'll be, looks like 1:25:38 is his start time. Unfortunately, we don't have any fire for the face here on Tier 1. But we do have X-Zone. And did Narves pick Realm on accident? What's going on here? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he picked the wrong party member. So we're going to have to reset here.
Oops.
Yeah, because Shadow is the VK offering user, so we need Shadow. Alright, forget that we started at 1:25:37.
Oh, forget that.
Alright, here comes the swag kill on the train here from Fitz. Going for the Odin, and there it is. So,
Twice the train.
E-Ninja, we have to see how he deals with this next boss, though. Oh, and he's not even saving either. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't even remember what's up here. It's...
Oh, come on. You gotta remember what's here.
it's the asshole.
It is the Magi Master.
He is the master of Magi. Quick. What is he gonna do with quick?
Shield break? No. Flare? He's gonna use flare to flare him down here. Alright. Now we've got the right party for Norris.
I don't think it's gonna be enough.
No, it's not gonna be enough, but you know what? You with quick, you at least can do 2 moves in 1 turn here. And based on the amount of damage that Flare is doing, he's going to need at least 3 or 4 turns to kill this boss. And I don't know if he'll survive that long.
I mean,
he's got the rage. Does he have the rage ring on?
Oh, I think he has the rage ring on.
Okay, so then maybe he'll be all right.
He does have the rage ring on. Right. That's why Hellfire killed him.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's fine.
Oh, he's got Sword Tech 7. We're going for Sword Tech 7 straight. There we go. All right, this is fine. He's got this. Meanwhile, Narv's using Vanish on his Valiant Knife user. Really smart heads-up play there. This tier basically does all physical attacks. So Vanish will make all physical attacks against you miss. So good heads-up play there from Narv's. Great usage of Quick there from 1 Free Fits to get through that Magi Master.
Nah. It's still anybody's match, really.
Yeah, Narv's has got to be careful here because we have some untargetable offense with that Valiant Knife offering. And Gao has been doing X Magic all game, and we only have 3 Phoenix Downs. So we got to be careful here. Fitz forgetting to put his Moogle Charm on.
Moogle Charm on.
Oh no, Sabin is down! Oh! Oh man. And Narv's looks like they're going to continue anyway.
Fitz said to hell with it. Sunflare and then double it. I mean...
Oh, look at that roll. Dead. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, tier 2 coming up for Narv's here. And we do have Mute, so we can at least take care of Magic. And we do have X-Zone, so we can hopefully, depending upon our hit rate, right? take care of tools here. And we got Ice 3. And thankfully Edgar, who learned Life 3, is still in the party. So that's our calmness protection there. So Setzer was our fresh body off the bench, I think, for Narv. So not all that bad, actually, because Setzer, I think, was in the party for a pretty long time, right?
Didn't one of them actually find a calmness protection?
I don't remember if we found Fenrir or Golem.
I think Fitz found Fenrir.
Maybe that was that Mount Colts or Zone Eater, because those are the only 2 places that. Because I'm
pretty sure he found one.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying. I'm pretty sure one of them found calmness protection.
Yeah, so I think Torado was at Kefka Narsh, which is something that Narv's didn't do either. So it had to be at one of those other 2 places that Narv's did not go to. Meanwhile, we're on tier 2, and we still just have a party of 3 here for Narves. So if one free Fitz can catch up here and can keep his party of 4 alive, he's going to have a chance, but he's got to get in the tower. He's got to get in the Kefka fight as soon as possible here.
And he's about ready to hit it.
Yeah, because Fitz has slightly higher levels due to the fact that they did way more checks. Okay, maybe not way more. It's 20 versus 22. But still more checks.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, bringing Setzer back up after the 10 hits is really smart, because now that magic is muted here, he can't actually kill us. He can only death counter with Quarter, which doesn't kill you, and Dispel, which also doesn't kill you. So, there's no point in bringing Setzer back for 10 hits. You might as well leave him dead and then bring him back afterwards. And especially if you're going to roll like that, Setzer, you might as well stay dead. Meanwhile, here comes one free Fitz stepping up to the plate here. They're just about 2 tiers apart, because Magic is almost dead here. Yeah, so Narves does have that advantage with that Valiant Knife offering build, but Narves' Valiant Knife character is still so high in HP that he's not really doing that much damage. On to tier 3 here. And this is where we get to see E-Ninja about the Calmness Protection situation.
Yeah.
Opening Merton. Say see you later to Edgar there. No, he is protected. Alright, so it looks like we're going to do life 3s from Gao with that X magic. Now we're doing a little bit more damage finally with Shadow. Oh, Fitz grabbing an elixir off of this part. So you could basically steal an elixir off of any of the parts of tier 1 and tier 2. It's only tier 3 where you could steal some cool weapons, and then tier 4 where you could steal a mega elixir, which is nice for Fallen 1. However, since we both beat Magimaster to get here, we've got a mega elixir already. Alright, Fitz pumping in the damage there to finish off tier number 1. It looks like Girl is dead for Narves. So we're just going to try and blast down sleep or rest here, while Gao gets the rest of us Calmness protected here. Life 3 is Calmness protection, although it is a bit slow to cast it on every single one of your party members. Yeah, Narves is really feeling the effects now of missing out on his Sabin. So Sabin was the one with the gauntlet, doing way more damage than Edgar was here in this part of the fight. There goes Tools for 1 free Fitz. Out comes Meteo here for Narves. Alright, he's going to try and kill this boss with this next blow here. Alright, so that was enough. Down goes Edgar, but he's coming back. And that is it. We're up to final Kefka here for Narves. Meanwhile, 1 free Fitz has taken out both Tools and Magic, or at least negated Magic. Focusing down on Tiger now, and that's Tiger dead. Yeah, Fitz definitely has more damage out of his party. I just don't think there's enough runway left to catch up to Narves here. The maniacal laughter of Kefka here as we start to just pour in our damage from our characters. So I wonder if he will play around with the Fallen One mechanic to keep Shadow's HP low. I know we do have a Mega Elixir, but one thing that you can do with a Valiant Knife user is you can just queue up an attack like this here, and then use your Mega Elixir afterwards. There we go. That's 20,000 damage, so Kefka will be in counterattack phase. Hyperdrive comes out. Edgar is going to go down once again, and his Life 3 got canceled by Calmness, so he's going to stay dead for the time being. Setzer rolls another terrible roll. That's basically been the story of the seed here, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so here comes the charge up for Goner. As Edgar's going to be brought back to life, but then is going to be immediately killed by Goner here. And it looks like that was the end of magic for Fitz, so he's up to tier 3 already.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Narves just queuing attacks here as Goner comes out. So Edgar and Setzer are going to probably die. We're going to be left with Shadow and Gao. And Gao has already queued up attacks, so this is very dangerous. Because Kefka can counterattack when he is not in Goner charge phase.
Havoc Queen.
But that's it! Narves does enough damage to get the job done. 138-34. Get your GGs in the chat. He is your winner of tonight's matchup, and we'll be moving on in the bracket. Alright, as we welcome in Narves here, taking home the victory. GG's, Narves.
I don't know how, because that was an absolute mess, and I messed up so many times along the way.
GG.
Thank you, though.
Perseverance.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your approach to, sort of Ultra Sleek seeds in general, right? Because this was the third match in your best of 3, and it was an Ultra Sleek seed. So tell us what you usually do for these types of seeds.
Well, it always kind of depends on what characters you start with. I usually do, 2 to 3 free checks, and then I try and find either fixed fights from a check, like Burning House, River, Serpent's Trench, something like that, to do some grind fights before actually hitting the boss, if I can help it. In this case, I had 3 characters with no checks like that. 3 characters with no good abilities to really start. So in this case, with nothing to really go for, Coliseum. I took as a high priority to do, because Umaro's great for starting Coliseum. I didn't have any checks under my belt, so I knew everything was going to be fairly easy to beat for the most part, and was hoping to find something there. Found a VK, which was great, just no one could use it. So
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. That one with good abilities. You had the Yeti. There you go.
I did. That Yeti paid off big time in the Coliseum. He got me 2 rods in the VK, which paid off in the end.
Yeah.
So, without a doubt, he did give me that good of a start.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah, so one of the interesting differences, Narves, is that you unequipped your characters before going to the Coliseum, and Fitz did not. So that means that Fitz did not see the Valiant Knife that you ended up getting in the Coliseum.
For the Mythro Shield.
Oh yes, that's a priority I always make sure to do, because it's easy to miss.
So yeah, after Coliseum, you see that you've got Ragnaroks in a shop as well. When you go and do Setzer's check, you are basically saying, okay, I know what I need to do in order to advance the seed. I need to go get characters as soon as I possibly can. Is that sort of like do you have kind of a strategy as to what to do there? Because you did sort of beeline it to Gao as soon as you saw it in the Umaro like loop that you did.
Yeah, I usually try and like to get the fourth character as quick as I can for just more options for checks to try and find the quicker checks to do. In this case, with Setzer, Gogo, and Umaro, I only had 4 checks from characters. Technically, I had Kefka and Narsh, but like there were so few checks, I really needed more characters to work with. So I was hoping with Gao also having a low number of checks, I could quick grab him and quick grab a 5th person, and then have some more options for plays on what checks I wanted to, check out. Because I was so limited. But in Gao's case, there was nothing there.
Yeah, so Gao is a dead end. This was a very linear seed. We saw 1 free fits go to Kefka and Narsh, and it was not a character, which meant you had to go get your character in Daryl's tomb. Then you had to go get your Strago from that 1 check, and then you had to go get Sabin out of Fanatic's Tower, unless Burning House is a character. I don't think we saw Burning House. So with a very linear seed like that, does that sort of affect how you plan around getting to the end there? As we do see Fitz with the crack pow, 143 on the dot. So get your GGs for 1 free Fitz there as well.
Yes, GG to him. This was a rough seed all around. A lot of promising stuff that just wasn't available to a lot of characters. Weapons that just nobody could equip or make use of.
Yeah, there was a lot of scraping by for a very, very long amount of time in this seed here.
I think I used Bio and GP Rain more in this seed than I have in a long time. I used that on a lot of middle range bosses.
Well, I think it just goes to show the power of how decent GP Rain, can actually be, right? It's if you have a fight where it's just you and one other target, it's pretty decent.
Yes.
When there's multiple targets, not as much.
Yes, very much agree. Yeah, a single target, it works great. Like the Tritalk, I think there was a fight with him I was thrown at it where no other weaknesses, you can't even use your regular weapons at him. You just GP Rain it.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about your Kefka fight, because at first you brought in the wrong party, and then you lost Sabin very early. So what sort of was going on there?
Frustration. Yeah, when I saw I grabbed Realm, I first thought, you know what, I'm just gonna quick kill her. She wasn't going to do anything. She had no weapons, she had no magic, she had nothing. And then I misswung and hit Sabin instead, and I realized, nope, this is all a mistake. I need to restart this. I know it puts me behind, but it was so off to start, I'd had to rethink it, redo it. And losing Sabin was a pain, but with 3 characters still going pretty strong, and I knew Setzer had for most of the game. He had fixed dice and some magic. I figured I could make it work with him as a backup. It was frustrating though to lose him because I think Sabin was probably, besides the VK user, my biggest power hitter. And then it was a very safe Kefka run. I took it extra safe on healing and making sure people stayed up and around. Just because there wasn't like any single character in my party that was just crushing it for offense, so I kind of needed everybody there.
E-Ninja, do you have any questions, comments, or anything about the seed that you want to ask of Narves here?
No, not really.
All right. Well, Narves, thank you so much for agreeing to volunteer to have your race on Restream. We can't have these cool races without our runners, so I really appreciate that. And doing it at the last minute, too. I didn't realize you guys were running your race tonight. And I was like, well, I'm already restreaming, so maybe we'll queue up another one real fast.
I appreciate very much you guys commentating. This it's always great. I'm going to go back and watch it later and see how it all went for him, for 1 free Fritz, because I'm sure he had a good run until the end.
It is super tight, all the way through.
Okay.
Like I said, I volunteered. I was like, hell, I'm already here. Let me come in. I'll do comms again.
The simultaneous,
Night
what was
comms.
it, 33, no, like 38 minute floating continent, right?
Yeah.
And then Kefka's
Yep.
Tower was basically neck and neck for a while until Fitz ran into some trouble with Inferno, and I think you ran into some trouble with Magimaster. So, a little back and forth there.
For sure.
But yeah, thank you so much, Narves, and good luck in the next round, and we'll see you later.
All right. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to drag Drinks Glue in here because he didn't realize that I was doing this. What's up, Mr. Glue? Drag Drinks Glue in here.
Hello. I was listening to Paramore waiting on Fitz, but yeah, let's do this.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. Can you shed some light on this? Because I think you're organizing it, or you're helping it out, or something like that. You have something to do with this, right? This is you.
I mean,
This is a lot of us. So tomorrow we are kicking off the Ultima Derby. It is Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide's first forte into the charity marathoning game, if you will. We are supporting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and OBC Pet Trust, two fantastic organizations, and couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah. So what are we actually going to see? I know that most charity marathons are like, lots of different speedrunners playing lots of different games, but this one is a little different.
Yeah, so it's a relay race between two teams of 8. We have Team Mobiliz, who is representing OBC Pet Trust. Or excuse me, Team Mobiliz is representing St. Jude's. If you go to Mobiliz in the World of Ruin, it's kind of, just a bunch of kids hanging around. So we thought that kind of, associated with the Children's Research Hospital a little better. And then Team Interceptor, representing OBC Pet Trust. And the way it works is that we'll have 2 links to both both charities. We'll have a Tiltify for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which we can view into the donations that come in, and then we'll have the link for OBC Pet Trust. We don't have a window into that, so if you do by chance donate to that, if you're interested, let me know, and so we can keep track of our totals and things like that. And we do have a special treat from one of our community admin that will award a certain amount to the winning team and their charitable organization from the Restream subs.
Awesome. Well, I am pretty excited about it. Unfortunately, I will not be able to participate and be a part of it, but I'm certainly looking forward to all of the fun stuff that will come out of it. That starts Friday, April 18th, 6 p.m. Eastern with 3 runs, and then continues on day 2, Saturday, April 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern with 5 or 6 runs, you said? Their team's of 9?
Yeah. So we'll kick it off Friday night with 3 runners doing the legs for each team, and then we'll resume Saturday afternoon and wrap up sometime Saturday evening.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So thank you so much for helping to organize and put that on. It's really something to look forward to for our community. I think it'll be great, and it's awesome to support some good causes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for giving me the
I have one
opportunity
question.
Yeah, go ahead, my friend.
Are there going to be yays involved?
If let me tell you something. The past few restreams, I've tried to call it down the middle on the Umaro situation. But tomorrow it's fair game. If we see some Umaros taking naps in parties, I will be very vocal about my displeasure.
I was displeased tonight.
Yeah, very much so. If we see that type of behavior tomorrow, we may boot you out the race and replace you.
Listen,
Me? I'm not in the race tomorrow.
I think that Umaro certainly was very helpful to our runners early on. But once you find Ragnaroks in a shop and Umaro can't use it, I'm sorry. You gotta go.
What you do then is you go find the merit award.
Yes.
And leave damage on the table because Yeti can't crit with the Ragnarok, right?
The body slam is what's important.
Of course.
I mean, they found a rage ring early, so
yeah.
Final Cafe ready.
Rage ring, Yeti. Come on.
I cannot think of a better way to lose my sanity on a Final Kefka fight. Anyways, But thank you, Drinks Glue, for coming in and doing a little plug of this charity marathon for us tomorrow. Really appreciate it. And E-Ninja, thank you so much for doing commentary on multiple fronts tonight. So thanks for hopping in the booth with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I think that'll do it, unless you guys have any other final thoughts.
No. But yeah, it was fun. Double duty tonight. Yay.
Yes. So thanks so much, everybody, in Worlds Collide Land. And we're going to get the heck out of here. We'll catch you later. Peace out, everybody.